Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Reading Bad Steam Reviews. I'm your host, Alex Baldwins, and today's game is Cuphead.
Do not trust the cute art. This game is about pain.
I have to agree with him. This game is about pain. First off, you're trying to get everybody's souls to trade them into the devil, and you're dying in the process. You're literally taking it from their cold, dead bodies. Okay, maybe not dead. That possibly ruins part of the point of the game. But still, this game is all about pain, both in gameplay and mechanics, and inside the lore of the game. But you know what? That's part of what makes it so good.
The graphics are so bad, looks like they are from 1950 or some.
Isn't that the point? Everything fits into that aesthetic, but okay. I guess you just don't like cartoons. You hate fun too?
Cuphead is the most racist game I have ever seen in my life. This game's animation style is based on those racist cartoons from the 1930s and 1940s, so clearly this game is the embodiment of racism. This game is also ableist. That's right, it's ableism. It's ableism in its most contorted form. It's in the form of interactive entertainment. I can't believe a game like this would be able to get released on Steam. I want this game boycotted immediately. If you support this game, you too are an racist and ableist scumbag.
I think my voice changed throughout that because that was really hard to do. You know, I don't really know what to say about this review other than the fact that these racist cartoons from the 1930s and 1940s doesn't necessarily make the source material that was inspired from the art style in and of itself the embodiment of the ideals that those old cartoons had. Maybe they just like these art styles. That's why I guess they made the art style this way. Also, ableism? You didn't even say how this is ableist. Just because it's difficult? Please tell me this is a joke. What am I talking about? Of course it's a joke. I've got 20 years of gaming experience and oh boy was I excited to play Cuphead. This game looks amazing and it has really nice animation, so I was very excited to get right into it. But my major problem was I ran into some sort of bug. First of all, I did the intro and all was well, then I got into the tutorial and for some reason the developers thought it would be funny to put a block there that's too high to jump over. So I thought maybe this is some sort of trickery, and I tried every possible solution in the book, but in the end, I just gave up. 0 out of 10 game. Alright, I know this one's a joke. This is obviously a joke based on, is his name Dean Takahashi? What's his name? I think it's Dean Takahashi. Yeah, it's Dean Takahashi. He's a journalist that played Cuphead for an article and famously, or I guess infamously, was unable to get past the tutorial. And while it's popular to hate on games journalism and games journalists in general these days, I feel like this whole Dean Takahashi thing got completely blown out of proportion. For one, we don't know the full context of how the gameplay was recorded. Perhaps there was some terrible input lag. Perhaps there was people distracting him, people talking to him, people trying to tell him about the game while he was playing the game, obviously distracted by some things. As a games journalist, you're going to give more attention to the guy who's speaking to you, who made the game, than you are going to give to the game itself. And as long as you're transparent with what happened with the gameplay, you know, why does it matter?
It's too hard. There should be a way to pay so you can get better powers to make the game easy if you pay.
No! That's everything that we don't want. That's everything that we don't want. No! No!
It's too hard. There should be a way to pay so you can get better.
Wait a minute. This is the same review. Did I miss a meme? Why the negative review? This game is perfect, isn't it? Yes and no. I'm gonna stop there. Something cannot be perfect and imperfect at the same time. Those two ideas are completely diametrically opposed. You can't be perfect and imperfect at the same time. It ruins the concept of perfectionism. You may have not liked the game. That's perfectly okay. But to start a review with why negative, the game's perfect, yes and no, That doesn't tell me anything. That's just a terrible introduction. I don't care about your review anymore. I ain't gonna read it.
I was looking for a fun casual game, but it got a glitched as game that freezes every 5 sec. Well, that's over. Yep for you.
You know, I gotta commend this guy. The review sucks, but if you played 60 hours and your game froze literally every 5 seconds, that is an amount of dedication that I do not have. And I have to give you a round of applause for sticking with it for 60 hours for 5-second freezes.
Make it easier. I hate it. I'm freaking mad and I want to die.
I can relate to this far too much. You ever been so mad at a video game that you just hate the world? I know not everybody has that gamer rage, but I'm not afraid to admit that it vexes me sometimes. But man, what a relatable review. But I have to wonder, at 47.7 hours on record, has he ever beaten the game? Or is he just still angry at it?
Sucks. Can't jump on enemies. Music is annoying. Practicing doesn't make you any better because there are no patterns. I'm going to play DK now on Wii.
Yeah, there are. There's totally patterns. There are totally patterns in the boss fights in this game. Practicing makes you better in this game. Jumping on enemies kills you. Donkey Kong on Wii is also a good game.
Wow. I'd rather buy WinRAR.
Wow. That is the most savage thing I've ever read in my life. Nobody buys WinRAR. Nobody.
Yeah, trash rage-inducing game.
Yo! I've never experienced trash rage. Dude, that sounds awesome. Ah! No, that's literally all the review says.
Do you like smashing your face into a wall? A real pretty wall, but smashing your face really hard? Then this is for you. A total triumph of style over substance. About as much fun as getting kicked in the balls by a supermodel.
You know, depending on how apologetic the supermodel is, that could be a really good time. Remember when you were a kid and you got sick? You got to skip school and stay in bed watching cartoons all day. But in the evening, your sickness got worse. You had a fever, and when you fell asleep, these cartoons came back to torment you in colorful, surreal nightmares. This game is exactly what you saw that night. If these were the surreal nightmares that you saw in your fever dreams as a child, you had a good childhood. I had weird, like, Tron-inspired deathscapes in my dreams. I don't even know where that came from. There was like no floor, there was grids everywhere, and I think some giant bird was chasing me. Also in other nightmares, my mom's mirror came to life and tormented me. I don't know why, and in many of them I couldn't even shout for help. Your dreams were awesome compared to mine.
The levels are like school. I keep getting a D or lower on them.
Well, then maybe you should stop playing video games and get back to your room and study for the test.
Cuphead is the Dark Souls of Bloodborne.
And with that, let's move on to the comments.
Hey, you're gonna do public reviews from other sites too?
You know, I thought about it. I really have thought about it, but the series is called Reading Bad Steam Reviews, and at least here at the beginning, I want to maintain that as a series name, and I'm kind of hoping that YouTube's algorithm will pick it up, and I'm kind of hoping that it becomes a thing. And then if it becomes a thing that is really successful, then hopefully I can branch out to other websites, and it's got a lot of merit to it, but I want to make sure this is successful first and foremost. I had a number of people call me out on my use of the word consistent when talking about the updates in Terraria. And, you know, I'll admit that I haven't, seriously played Terraria in quite a while. But let's be realistic about this. The game came out first in May 2011. Most games stop getting support after a couple years. A lot of games stop getting support even after a few months. So the fact that the game has been updated as much as it has been in the first place, and the fact that more updates are on the horizon, 1.3.6 is on the horizon, and the fact that you probably only paid $20 or $30 for it for a game that's still updating, that's still giving you hundreds, possibly thousands of hours of entertainment, what more do you want? Chill out.
Could you do Rust reviews?
No, I haven't played it. I'm sorry. You know, when I started this project, the idea was to only do this for games that I have played and that I have experience in. That way I can offer commentary that I have, some amount of confidence in. But if enough people want to see me attempt to do this kind of thing for a game that I have no experience in, I don't know if it'll be any good, but we can give it a try, especially depending on the kinds of reviews that I find. And I don't know, maybe something will surprise me and it'll just make it that much better. Yeah, let me know what you think about me potentially covering games that I haven't played. You know where to do it.
It's pronounced Terraria, not Terraria.
It's Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Is there like a r/that's a review on Reddit or something for this stuff? I need it. After you asked, I was curious too, so I went over to www.reddit.com/r/that's a review. There was nothing there. Nothing stopping you from starting it if you are really interested in it. But I decided to look a little more, and I found r/bad reviews. There is one post there as of 28 days ago, and it just says first. And there's not even any content on it. There's not a bad review. It's just giving you a sweet hot tip. Just search on Google for any of the oceans and read them, LOL. That's not how you do a subreddit, my dude. But hey, I don't know. Maybe one of these can be pretty good in the future. Maybe there's one that I don't know about, and if there is, I don't know, let us know in the comments below. If not, somebody could start it. I would approve a link to the subreddit in the comments section if you wanted to start it and maintain it. I think it could be possibly a pretty good subreddit. I'm not gonna start it myself. It's too much work. And we are now done with Cuphead. As always, let me know what you think in the comments section below, and if you have any games that you would like for me to cover, hopefully I've played them so I can feel confident in covering them, but leave them in the comments section below. And because I'm feeling a little bit shameless and because my Twitch channel doesn't get that much attention, I just wanted to let you know that I stream every Tuesday and Saturday over at twitch.tv/IngeniusClown. I've been playing a game called Return of the Obra Dinn right now, and, we just try to be chill and have a good time over there, so hopefully you can stop by. As for what I'll be covering next week, I don't know. It might be Doom, it might be Factorio, it might be... I completely forgot other games that I was going to cover. But I don't know what I'm going to cover next week. So I don't know how to end a video properly, so I'm just going to... For sticking with it for 60 hours. I wish I could be like you! Oh, my hands hurt. That was too much, and I probably clipped the crap out of the microphone.